If you've been injured in an accident, it's hard to know what to do. At Ellis Law,
we have decades of experience fighting the insurance companies.
A good settlement can help you get your life back together. We're Ellis Law, LA's legal heroes. Call for a free consultation.
Now at noon, just one day after reopening to traffic, Pacific Coast Highway will be shut down once again this afternoon ahead of the incoming storm. Thanks for joining us for the KTLA 5 News at noon. I'm Glenn Walker.
And I'm Lou Parker. The officials are closing PCH near the Palisades fire burn area as a precaution in case of mudslides and also other hazards.
We have live team coverage of the storm this afternoon. Lauren Lister will have information from EPA crews as they work to secure the burn zone. But first, Casey Montoya here with the details when that rain may finally arrive.
Oh, it's coming. Don't worry about that. It will be here by tonight. Partly cloudy skies is a forecast for today as temperatures are noticeably cooler than yesterday. 62 in Santa Monica right now, 61 in Santa Ana, 60 in Chino, same for Lancaster. As far as temperatures this afternoon, again, you will notice a difference. 63 for Santa Ana, 66 will be the high in Riverside, 61 for Santa Monica, and 62 in Santa Clarita. So yes, partly cloudy and dry today. By this evening, you can see we're going to start to see round one as weak atmospheric river moves in. We're going to get a little bit of a break Wednesday into Thursday before Thursday night. Moderate widespread rain will impact the area through Friday. And Lauren Lister is live for us in the Palisades, which is one of these recent burn areas where they are monitoring these storms very closely, just in case there is that debris flow. Hi, Lauren.
Hi, Casey. Yeah, that's right. And also, it's going to have a major impact on that PCH reopening because it's going to be closing again. First, I want to show you we're in a neighborhood where they are doing the EPA cleanup in the Pacific Palisades. This is going on in both burn areas. This is where they get rid of all the hazardous materials. We're trying to zoom into the crews. They're moving around, so maybe we can see them, maybe we can't, but we're going to have some video in a moment. Big news for, though, everybody in the general public is PCH is going to be closing through most of the burn area beginning at 3 p.m. today. Take a look. Caltrans says because of the expected rainstorm that Casey is talking about and the potential for mud and debris flows, only essential workers beginning this afternoon, such as first responders, recovery agencies, and utility crews, will be allowed to travel on PCH for at least the next few days. Rain expected for the burn areas tonight into Wednesday around noon, 3/4 to 1.5 inches, then Thursday afternoon again into Friday morning, another 1/4 inch to 1 inch. LA County says it's preparing our waterways to capture soot, debris, anything else that the rain carries towards the coastline before it gets there. And public works crews have been clearing storm drains, setting up K-rails, and protecting an area prone to what they think could be landslides. Now, here's a map of this closure that I'm talking about. It's going to go from Chautauqua Boulevard, which is basically the start of the Pacific Palisades in Los Angeles, to Carbon Beach Terrace in Malibu. So this is most of the section that they just newly reopened yesterday. It is closing again for the rest of the week. Residents of the Pacific Palisades can still access the neighborhood. They're going to have to use Chautauqua to get into it. Okay, now this, as in the Pacific Palisades burn area and also the Eaton fire burn area, but we're here in the Palisades, we're seeing the EPA cleanup. This is the hazardous materials cleanup. This is phase 1 of the cleanup before the phase 2 of debris removal on all these sites where homes or businesses were destroyed. Crews are at work today, and we shadowed them. They are collecting any of the items that can't just be disposed of in the dump with everything else, anything that could be of concern. And they say that the rain can actually help with the cleanup because there's not as much ash and dust blowing around. They told me that if the rain is really hard, they'll have to stop for a time, but they don't expect a major slowdown with this rainstorm. Here's one of the officials we spoke to about just what they're doing out here.
And we look through the burned structures for anything potentially hazardous that didn't get consumed in the fire. And these are commercial goods like propane tanks for grills, maybe paints or oils from your wood or auto shop, and other kinds of chemicals, maybe garden chemicals even. Things that didn't burn in the fire that can be recovered. They may cause harm to a resident or a contractor if they return.
We'll have a lot more with the EPA coming up. As far as that PCH closure, it is going until Friday when officials will assess conditions. That's the latest live here in Pacific Palisades. I'm Lauren Lister. I'll send it back to you.
Lauren, thank you. And breaking news today, more local protests are happening over President Trump's immigration policies.
Students at several schools have walked out of class. KTLA 5's Rich Prickett is above a crowd in downtown Los Angeles in Sky 5. Rich?
Yeah, Glenn and Lou, and you're seeing a few hundred of those students here making a march towards City Hall. We're along First Street in San Pedro, so making our way through the Little Tokyo area from the Boyle Heights area. You can see the long line of protesters that are making their way along First Street, as well as a caravan of cars that are following directly behind them, all with flags and signs. Where are they headed? Well, they're headed down First Street, and they're going to make their way over to City Hall, where they're going to merge with another group that's here on the steps of City Hall. So there's going to be several hundred, if not well over 1,000 of students that will now be joined together here in front of City Hall in downtown LA. This, of course, all in protest of the recent enforcement of immigration policies. We've seen another group that was along Hill Street in the Alvarez Street area, which will eventually make their way towards this direction as well. But now several groups becoming a large group here in the front of City Hall. Live in Sky 5, I'm Rich Prickett. Send it back to you in Hollywood.
All right, thank you, Rich. This morning, LA City leaders announcing new legislation to protect immigrants. It includes a proposal to inform immigrants about their rights and funding for legal services.
KTLA 5's Kimberly Chang is live outside City Hall in downtown LA with the latest details. Hi, Kimberly.
Hi, we were here for that news conference with council members that wrapped up a short while ago. And while we've been out here in front of City Hall, we did notice some of those smaller groups of students who were taking part in the school walkouts. This is one of the groups here. They told me they're from Santee High School. They walked out today and marched past City Hall to join that larger group that we saw. We later saw another group of teens who told me that they're from Orthopedic Hospital Medical Magnet High School in Los Angeles. They also marched by City Hall. They had their backpacks on. They were holding signs on their way to join that larger group of demonstrators. They were passionate and said their message is personal. Now, these are teens, many 14 and 15 years old.
We're just here to speak our voice for our parents who can't come out, that they come from another country, and we just want to come out here and speak for them.
Not just our parents, also the people, the workers that just come here and just help us every day. I'm pretty disappointed because many immigrants did so much for us, and it's not right if a lot of people want to take them away from us. So
I think people should be able to come and live here peacefully without having fear.
There's a lot of kids at school that feel some sort of fear because they know that one of these days if ICE ever comes near their parents or something, they can possibly get deported.
Around 10 a.m., we saw one of the larger demonstrations that we mentioned. This was near John Marshall High School. Roughly 200 to 300 students marched onto the Glendale-Hyperion Bridge near the 5 freeway in Silver Lake. Police say student demonstrators blocked the bridge before dispersing. Social media posts also show students at other schools walking out, including Garfield High School. Now, this follows demonstrations around the city over the past few days over the Trump administration's immigration policies and mass deportations. 1 in 3 Angelenos are immigrants, according to city leaders, who held a news conference in front of City Hall this morning and introduced an initiative that aims to strengthen safeguards for immigrants. Council members Imelda Padilla, Eunices Hernandez, Isabel Jurado, and Hugo Soto Martinez took part, along with immigrants' rights organizations, including Chirla, Caracen, ACLU, SoCal, and labor unions. Councilmember Hugo Soto Martinez said President Trump wants to scapegoat and attack immigrant neighbors, and they are not taking it lightly. He introduced a package of legislation. Listen.
The legislation will make sure that we're prepared and that we're ready to fight back, which involves a comprehensive Know Your Rights campaign across the